Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing? I guess we are doing great. It's still your girl Rose Ukebu on your screen right now. Okay, today we want to talk about the relationship between humility and salvation. What is humility? You might ask yourself, what is humility? What are we even talking about when we say humility? Humility is the absence of pride. Yes, humility is the absence of what? Pride. What is salvation? In my own personal understanding, salvation is a relationship with your maker. Yes, it is not the absence of sin. No, salvation is not the absence of, but it's a relationship. And remember, when you are in a relationship, you're always conscious of some things. So, salvation is a relationship with your maker. Now, having said that, back to our topic, our relationship. Back to our topic? What is the relationship between salvation and humility? Let me tell us one thing. There can never be salvation without humility. Yes. There can never be salvation without humility. Some of you at this particular juncture might say, yes, I am very humble, I am God-fearing, I am this, I am that. Let me tell you, humility goes a very long way. There are some certain things we do, we don't even know that it tells how proud we are. There are some certain things we do, we don't even know that it's an atom of pride. Things like when you are so obsessed with your physical self, you always admire yourself, you are so proud of yourself. It's an atom of pride. Yes, it's an atom of pride. When you think that you are always in a position to teach others, you should always be the one to teach others, it's also the presence of pride. When you think you know it all, you shouldn't be corrected, it is an atom of pride as well. When you don't think you made a mistake or you try to justify your actions, is also the presence of pride. When you are always seeking attention or attention seekers, is also the presence of pride. When you look down on people, most especially those you are financially better than, is also the presence of pride. There are a whole lot of them that we do. Okay, now let me take for example, Jesus in the Bible was spat on before his crucifixion. Let me ask us this particular question. How many, let me use pastors as an example, or let me use believers. How many believers can stand today and be spat on without reacting? How many? Jesus was brutalized. How many people can stand it today? Yet we call ourselves people of God. We call ourselves people with salvation. But a lot of things that Jesus tolerated, none of us can tolerate it. In case you find yourself having or being in possession of these particular characters that I just mentioned, then you have to check your salvation. You have to check your salvation. You can't say you have a good relationship with your maker when you look down on people. You can't say you have a relationship with your maker when nobody is like you. You can't say you have a salvation or you have a relationship with your maker when you are so obsessed with yourself, with your physical self, your dressing and everything. You can't say you have a relationship with your maker when you are unwilling to submit to authorities. You can't say you're in a relationship where you disregard advice from people. You can't say you're in a relationship with your maker. If you are, or if you find yourself in one of these, then you need to check your life. Let me tell you one thing. There can never be salvation without humility. The Bible says in Psalm 149, verses 4, that God crowns humility, crowns salvation to those who are humble. Let me rephrase. God crowns humility to those who have salvation, meaning that both of them work pari passu. You can't say you have salvation if you possess all this. You can't say you have salvation when or you know it all, when no one can correct you. Most of these believers today, who are very wealthy. When someone insults them or someone brutalizes them or one thing or another, they will send their guards. They'll send people after those people who insulted them. Why? Because of their pride. Some people go to church anytime they like. Why? Because of pride. There are a whole lot of things that you might discover that's inside of you or that you unintentionally do, yet you still call yourself a humble person. Check your life and check your relationship. Remember what happened to King Uzziah in 2 Chronicles 26 verse 16. Pride led to his downfall. Remember, God crowns every humble person with salvation. Yes. That is to say that your humility is one of the things that guarantees your salvation. That's to say that humility has a very whole lot to do with salvation. Check your life, all you Christians. Examine yourselves once again. Which of the attributes of pride do you have? Which of them do you have? Do you ignore people? It's an attribute of pride. Do you justify your sin? It's an attribute of pride. Do you look down on people? It's an attribute of pride. Do you talk carelessly? It's an attribute of pride. Do you get obsessed with yourself? It's an attribute of pride. Check yourself and recheck yourself. Check your salvation as well. And find out if you are actually on the right path. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I love you all. I still remain Rose Ukewu. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.